My shoulder seems to be getting better, whatever was going on, mysterious pain. Um, so there's a lot going on in the air. We're about to have our Mars Uranus. I hope you like the way I do that. Um, Conjunction with the North Node, no less. That's something that hasn't happened in 2,000 years. And I know they say that a lot, but this is very active. Mars is our physical bodies. It's humanity's embodiment. It's the actions of man, men. It rules men. Um, so I'm lucky that it mildly trines my Venus. I'm unlucky that I don't really have a real man in my life. It's hard to find a real man. It's hard to find a real woman, you know? I mean, the best we can do is become pure awareness. That's what I claim. And one time, I had the guts, and I still do. I have quite the dialogue in person. Um, Somebody asked me because this was I said, well, I'm just pure awareness. And they asked me, look at me and said, what is pure awareness? And I just kind of, pure awareness is right now. That's all that men and women can really be. And all the roles that they think they play, it can't get any more than reality. Reality is the call, truth is the way. What the fuck are you going to do about that? Because you don't really control that experience in and out of people. You really don't. This is what narcissists don't know about these keywords, truth and reality, and they don't have a conversation for it at all. I'm getting through, we are shifting timelines, and it's like, how hard it is to be lonely and needing help, but having to weave through a society that's just out to cut your throat. They just play the lowly game. And of course, that's you. They project it on you, right? Maybe you are a little human yourself. What I'm saying is that, like for me, I have had the worst emotional state since you can blame it on Saturn being on my moon. And if you're any kind of scientist about astrology, you know what this means. You don't know what that means. And at the same time, let me add that Uranus has been squaring my moon. Man, oh man, and I already have quite the eccentric moon. It's okay. My friends like it. I'm creative. It's unpredictable. I'm always trying to elevate the conversation. I'm always called to the party because I missed, not just because I have a pound of weed, but sometimes I'll play music in the background and cause a jam and dancing and at least tell a joke or refreshing. And I'd say I'm I feel better doing that. I like doing that. I like to serve in a way to make feel better, give people a contact high, which doesn't have to be what you think it is. That's what comedians are doing when they make you laugh. They're just like, oh, guess what about the truth? And you're like, ah, a lot of times we're looking at each other like, you laughed at that, fucking hypocritical, weird shit that's going on with people nowadays. You don't have to dwell on those kinds of people. You can weave through and find the right one for you. It might be just the right one. Man, wish us all luck, huh? Find yourself, right? But I'll be gosh danged, man. I've been alone for 10 years. Physically, if you want to talk about the sex thing. It's like, come on, man. I need to live a little bit longer. I mean, I admit, a few more eggs here left in me or something. I don't know, but it's like, okay, let's be careful, but let's have a good time. We can have plenty of good time without the usual worry. We're old enough now, and do you care about that? See, the narcissist doesn't care about having a good time. They don't know what a good time is. The core of them has been scooped out somehow and replaced with a fucking whirlwind of shitty time. And just expect there to be a shitty time. Why? Because that's what we feed on. They feed on you going, damn it, well, you can't you, and what, so, all right, then, oh, and bicker, and they'll start talking about, well, you just said, and actually it was, and this would happen, and it's a loop-de-loop, and fuck, man, get away from these people. They're liars, they're cheaters, they don't do anything right well. I mean, they really are out there, and sparks are flying, and nothing is happening. It's a big fucking resourceful waste, or waste of resources. It'll waste your time. It'll fucking pull your IQ out and vacate you of what you thought was your own intelligence. It can revert and fucking de-evolve human yourself with the right amount of contact, and it seems like that's what they're looking for. They just need more people on their level. And they're like, see, it's you. It's like, fuck, man. Ugh. No, thank you. It's time to stop associating. Mars hitting Uranus and Taurus, it's like, because Taurus is Venus ruled. What do you know about Venus? That's the feminine. The call is to the feminine. Uranus in Taurus is this constant vibration that says, I know that you want the age of Aquarius, but you got to look at this. You got to look at this. This is what's uprooting fucking people across the board. I know some people who have Uranus on their moon. My friend, she was uprooted. Your moon, the moon rules the mother and your domestic situation, the fourth house. Cancer, it's fourth house, domestic situation, Cancer, same thing. Moon ruled. That rules the home. So she had to uproot. She lived in her place like for 10 or 12 years, but now up, having to move. And she was so, because she has a particular moon aspect, she's moon ruled. She's a Cancer ruled person. Oh my God, these people. Woo! Watch out. And she was born on a full moon. Okay. If you're an astrologer and you hear that, you're like, dang. Tell me some stories, because I'll probably, you can imagine. Anybody knows already, it doesn't matter what sign it is. If you're born on the full moon, talk about a swing. Whee! These people never find a fucking medium inside it. They never hit like an even keel. It's like either la or nah. And you always wonder, well, when is it going to happen? It's on a full moon or on a new moon. And it gets irritating because it's like, dude, don't you know how to have a good time for at least 10 days out of the month, too, in the middle? No. And they're not even conscious, man. How do we bring this fucking shit into consciousness? Like, do you see the pattern? Do you see the pattern? Do you see the pattern? At least look at the pattern. Can you change? Because then you can change the pattern, maybe. Jesus said do the opposite. I'm trying my best to stay on a higher vibrational frequency, because who can afford not to? And here's what's more important to me. And this is what's going on. And this is kind of what I wanted to say. We have a problem with, okay, I talked about narcissism, but narcissists are also known to be materialists. They are really into their money and their shiny shoes and cars, and they judge you by the things you have. And it's all about the things you have and the things, materialist. And these people value the tinkering with materials more, and they go, listen to me, they go and tinker and they bother about materials more than their human relationships and the quality, the conduct of the quality of their conduct. See, they can have they and also they will have a wife or a husband on the side that they treat like absolute fucking trash. You'll never treat your clients that way. They're business people on the side. They're opening stores or doing whatever, and they need to get money, right? So they treat somebody a certain way. Their clients, they treat them like jewels. Would you like a napkin? The bathroom's over there. How are you doing today? Well, oh, I hear you. Well, and they get very relative, not with their loved ones at home that they don't have any obligation to do that to. That's narcissism. They don't really connect it. Well, maybe a good friend is also a good business person too, because they're treating their clients right. And best thing to tell them is like, you know what, if you're having a problem in your relationship, you stupid fucking materialistic pigs, who you spend more time, and it's kind of a way that we can see that you're hiding. Way too fucking busy fucking with the material world out there. Just get up at 4 in the morning, run, fucking 14 hours and get home and, sorry, don't have time for sex, but throw some money at it. And she goes where? She goes and fucks something else. But who knows how crazy that shit is. But she's getting that side taken care of. Plus, thanks for the money. Go get my bag. And, come on, that's what's going on. It's a possibility. It's definitely happening. Kind of lost my place here. Just experiencing this Mars thing. Like I said, the Mars in Taurus conjuncting Uranus. It's really setting off the fact of the fixed eclipse season that we just had. It's like really vibrating everybody in the fixed signs, and it's getting Aquarius ready. It's like, Aquarius needs to learn a little something. This is the thing about Aquarius, is that it needs to learn a little something about getting back to the earth. All that technology and stuff, it needs to be applied to Mother Nature harmoniously. And how are we going to heal from it? And how does it help our bodies? And how does it help the environment? And how does it taste? How does it feel? And with Mars going through with that Uranus there, Uranus is a slow moving planet, and it's vibrating that Aquarius spectrum, as well as Leo. Poor Leos. Boy, Leos is just bottoming out, because it's like, yeah, fake entertainment, and also you're not the fucking only thing in the solar system. There's something that's holding you together, my son. Sun person, or whoever you are, that thinks that you're the only one. And you're amazing about that, everything, but it's a projection now. You've been dancing along, and you've been harnessed. Now we don't even see the sun anymore, right? We don't even worship the sun or anything. It's just a television set, right? And you got a clown up there, and it rules. Leo rules that entertainment, the spotlight, and that whole entertainment thing. That's like, oh, God, could you shut that fucking cartoon up for after just not now, not this early in the morning, and also it goes to sleep early. Right? Oh, time to go to sleep. And it's like, nah, that's when we're starting to have fun. Okay, I don't know if you noticed, but that's when the square, Leo, Scorpio is having a hard time. Scorpio is trying to, do the underground boogie woogie. It's like they're like, shut up, shut up. And it's like, you can't be a fucking narcissist anymore, period. Fucking fixed signs. Leos are the worst. They think they're the only thing there, everything surrounding them as the sun. They're sun ruled. And they're like, yeah, I conduct. And they are productive. But it's, come on, there's a negative side to it. Narcissist, psycho, to tell you the truth. Scorpio, just about taking the fucking cake. Because that's the evolution. And Aquarius, these people, we don't qualify them as like human, because they kind of rule the very mechanical side. They're amazing people, actually. Talk about Scorpio and their sex. Try Aquarius. You want to have sex with a machine? All the women are, yeah, no. Just get something that knows how to fucking stay and keep moving, and why are you breaking it up, and all of a sudden you're a narcissist and say, well, I'm going to take care of myself before I take care of you, and boom. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, man, I'm a woman, and it's not a downfall to be a woman. Actually, we are the superpowers of the world. If you don't understand why to slow down and stop being a jerk, these are just verbs, right? Jerk, that means to like suddenly stop, and that's like whiplash. It's like, was that called for? I mean, we can really harmonize. Is there harmony happening? Women, and let's get back to Venus. Venus calls for harmony. We have Uranus, the planet of unpredictability, in the sign of Taurus, which is very like, stop, no, calm down, no. Take a deep breath. What can you do without? Just feel your heart, There you go, easy. You're okay. It wants to be calm, but Uranus is like, no, change. And it's like, this is like a constant change into me, which is the earth. Change into me, which is Buddha mind. Change into me, which is the feminine vibration that says, man, why did you move so fucking quick on that? why don't you slow down here? And it's a good idea with all of it, but why don't you find a good timing and does it feel good? And why don't you want it to feel good? Let's feel good. That's Venus. Venus says, man, I'm a pleasant situation, and um, it can get pretty dark with Venus. Right now, we want to talk about what Venus is doing is getting close to, is it Chiron, which is in Cancer, and she's going to go into the depths of, she's going into the darkness. It includes all the feminine. Talk about how the Mars is in Taurus. Thanks for listening to all this. I'm going through so much. I just got done with some narcissistic abuse that I didn't deserve that. I didn't want to go there. They did. And I'm like, okay, no. I could tell them in a very clinical way, this is why. And just get it off my chest. Say it's because you don't like women to have pleasure. You don't care for it, period. A lot of narcissists and people in general are like that. I mean, get it. They don't want you to have fun, right? When they hear somebody is having a great time or they won something, they're like, I hope you fall on a tack, you know? The lowest of low human quality. It's because they don't have a good time somehow. They've been ripped out. They have really been treated bad. Sex could be the same way. And it's like, that's about the only thing that could be sacred, but no, it gets fucked up too, right? Because, you can produce your own orgasm and you're free to feel good. Believe it or not, you don't need to listen to anybody. And whoever is fucking judging you, if it's not hurting anybody, it's none of their fucking business. Get out. Just tell them to leave me alone, please. You people. It's like I said, it's the only thing that is free that God gave us. And I hate to sound like Satan or something. I don't know who you people think that is who says sex is okay. Gratify yourself, find satisfaction. It's a higher learning tool. Find out how you got there. Do it again and again. That's what fucking Taurus is saying. That's what Taurus is saying. It kind of opposes Scorpio, but it's the first realization of the body. And it says, wait a minute, what do we have here? I have five senses, and I have perfume, and I have food, and I have clothing that is silk. The Taurian age is when the pyramids were up. They were using free energy like crazy. It was Venetian, and those pyramids were lined. The outside of them were lined with jewels. It wasn't just sandstone. It was encrusted with amethyst, igneous, everything, gold, silver, just, ugh. And these people were feeding each other grapes and they knew how to live. This is how to live. Slow the fuck down. And what is the necessity? Why are you moving so fast? Fucking narcissist that you're just ignoring. Let's get back to the materialist. You materialist people who think that making money and valuables are speaking for a person's well-being more, and it's just not true. Not true. It's a burden. Those things are a burden, and people are different. They're not a fucking trailer and a fucking pair of shoes. Like, you wear them as a narcissist. You wear people like that. You go, oh, I got you now, and then you try to manipulate them, pick them up, put them down, pick them up. Fuck you, man. Tell that person fuck off. They spend more time tinkering with their job, the books. I gotta study more, or their hobby out there. It's one thing. It's like, but if they have a partner, it's like, you better fucking make time for them. If she likes to have sex and you don't, tell her where to go. Dear, go find somebody who likes to have sex with you because I'm busy. I'm one of these fucking people. Be honest. Stop thinking you're going to conduct a human romance with people that want to feel energy and quality well-beings between each other by way of this sexual act that requires just getting to know what people need, how to conduct yourself and relate and cause a feel good. That's not a trailer. Whoops, that's not, that's what I'm saying is like, that's not a guitar or a car or a pair of shoes or your watch. You put that down and you figure out, how do you feel, hon? What do you need now? And especially during sex, that's one of the things that gets so in the moment, like vulnerable, like, are you going to treat me bad or good when I am in my moment of pleasure? And it's really not the scientific thing, and it's not a setback. What I'm talking about is who's more intelligent. The one who needs to take it slow needs more detail. That's intelligence, and it's just a delicacy. That's the woman's sexuality. That's just the way she is. Two different worlds. Okay, the man, all he has to do is look, and he sees a woman, and he gets an erection, and he can bump into a couch. Whoops! Catch it. There you go. There's civilization in a jar. Thank you. No, you need to make a connection with some true intelligence, babe. That's pretty soon. She's gonna. There's a way that you need to be responsible and hold yourself as a man. This is a different video, and I can't believe I'm going 20 fucking minutes with this shit, people. I'm supposed to be doing something beautiful and great on this planet. There's people spiraling down so hard. Some people have more respect to just stay in their zone and try and work it out and realize, well, I don't want to drag you down, right? Right? I'm the same way. If I get, unfortunately, I need help, and I just want peace right now. I mean, it's not unfortunately. What I mean is, it's like when you're numb, when you're making your money, you don't care for peace, right? It's like, nah, I don't need to, you don't. If we didn't have money to throw at each other, we would probably choose to treat each other better. But it's like, how much money do I have to throw at you to just shut the fuck up and get this done, please? And you're like, well, oh yeah, well, and they'll say an exuberant amount, and you just have to eat it. It's a lose-lose situation out there, and it's like, fuck, man. No, not for me, babes. You're not going to feel that around me, and you're not going to drag me into it, and you're not going to project on me your insecurities about everything. Down to, hey, I can get angry and say, fuck, you suck, man. Why did you do that? I could have done it better, I could guarantee you. Really. I'm a woman here. Get out of my face, man. You got all that fucking money and all those tools, and it turns out like shit. That's 80% of you fucking narcissists out there. Sparks are flying and fucking crap is happening. Come on, look at it at the end of the day. That has to change, man. It has to change, and it will. Notice the word change. Have a good day. I'm getting weary and I need help. I'm going to start reaching out for support, and I'm going to attract somebody who can love me and I can love them. Watch. If it's not just a big support group that says, will you come and play some music for us and teach us what you've learned about the higher learning tool of it, everything. You said sex is a higher learning tool. Tell us. Well, you have to first know. I won't get into my personal life. It's none of your business, and yours is none of mine. But let's talk about that there's two sexes, two totally different things happening. They're opposite. Have you heard the fucking news? And in no way does it say that one is more inferior than the other. And as far as the purpose for having sex is reproduction. But be careful, you're creating another human being which is programmed by vibrational frequencies. And if you don't love each other and you don't know how to fucking make each other feel good, it's already suggested that your children will turn out kind of lopsided, and they don't learn as well. They're not naturally knacked with things, like they just don't dial in because like maybe both their brains or side of their brains are firing. Because love wasn't present. Love is a higher vibrational frequency and it hits everything. And it just lights your whole electrical body up more. And that's where we're at. The Taurus, Mars hitting Uranus, which is the electrical body, but it's in Taurus. Venus ruled. Women, please speak up, women. Please honor each other, honor yourself. I'm not saying go to war on men, but just go to war on those that are treating you poorly. It includes other women around you. You will notice that either they're looking up to you. I know that some of them kind of trip out on me just because it's like, hey, you know what? My sex life is the most important thing. I don't care about the fucking world or anything, but when you get down to that relation, in the heat of the moment, do not dishonor your body. Make sure that there's pleasure happening, that they care for you. That's the higher learning tool. That's why it's a higher learning tool. It leads to pleasure and it actually expands your senses if you're doing it right. You get to feel better. It's not a bad thing, you fucking church going, fucking inhibited Capricornians. It's just stupid people. It's like dinner. It's this totally separate subject matter like dinner. You put that on the table now, and now what are we doing? I don't care if you're committing adultery or what you're doing. Are you concerned for your own pleasure? But that's not the point, you guys. Do you like giving pleasure? Do you like causing pleasure for somebody else? Do you like when they have pleasure through you? That's a question that men need to ask themselves. Can I be a source of pleasure for this person, including myself? Can I get off on her pleasure and mine at the same time? Double good for you. But that's what you have to learn. Otherwise, you're not even, if you have children out of that, we don't have a civilization yet. We have just animals being locked in cages, half-assed, half circles trying to get a roll on, narcissists.